Oh, hello. It's another day, and another person wants my advice for whatever reason. This one is travel related, though. So, David sent me an email asking about a trip to Europe he's going to be taking pretty soon. So, just consider this your reply email, David. Looks like he's going to be traveling in Europe for about 3 months, and he's got a handful of questions, so we'll just go over those line by line. And for the rest of you, deal with it. I'm answering questions. Do I have anything in my teeth? I just ate a quesadilla. Anyway, so David's going to be traveling in Europe for 3 months. He asked if 2,200 USD and 2,100 USD for food and accommodation would work for him. And honestly, that is entirely up to you, homeboy. You could be staying at hotels every night, and like $2,000 isn't going to last you more than a couple of weeks. Or if you do couch surfing, Airbnb, and hostels the entire time, that'll probably get you by, depending on where you stay. And the food thing, also up to you. I tend to eat very little, and I tend to eat at grocery stores, so that would totally last me. But like my brother, when we were traveling in Europe, he had to eat every 15 minutes, and you can only buy so much food in a grocery store, so he ended up blowing through his food budget pretty quickly. So yeah, that seems like it could work, but always have like $1,000 extra, just backup emergency fund that you don't plan on touching, but is like there just in case, because shit happens. And it's nice to know that you're not going to be destitute in a foreign country. All right, next thing. He wants to buy Euro Pass. Would I recommend that? Honestly, I don't know. I've never used a Euro Pass. I always just plan my trips pretty far in advance, and I'm really keen at sticking to a schedule. A lot of people like to just up and, go someplace else at the drop of a hat often, and that's how they plan their whole trips. That's not how I do. If that's how you do, if you want to be able to go, okay, let's go that direction now, then maybe that's for you. So recommendations, I don't know. Also, should you visit like a place for like 1 or 2 days for the entire time, or spend longer? Oh God. If you visit like one place for 2 days, you're gonna get exhausted after like 2 weeks. That's gonna kill you. Basically, every 2 weeks, plan to get burnt out and be in a place that's either like beachy or calm and take like a day or two to relax. You're gonna want that. And bigger cities like Paris, you can't even touch the surface with 2 days. You're gonna need at least 4 or 5 days in any major city that you want to explore any decent amount. So I would say make a list of like 10 cities that you absolutely want to see and get to know, and then like another list of 15 other places or monuments or things that you'd like to see, and kind of schedule out and keep like 4 or 5 days for the bigger cities. Be sure to schedule in like a beach every 2 weeks and try and keep your sanity, because traveling is exhausting. And his last question was about photography and how much gear to bring. The last trip I took to Europe, it was about a month. I didn't even bring a DSLR. I brought my iPhone, GoPro, and my laptop, and that did me pretty well. If it's your first time to Europe and you're going to be traveling for a while and you're really into photography, take a DSLR, one. But try and keep your equipment as light as possible, and just the stuff that you're okay with losing, because you're gonna lose something. You're gonna forget something, something's gonna get stolen, some shit's gonna happen, and if you bring everything you own, you're gonna fucking kill yourself. You're gonna hate that you brought all this stuff, and you're gonna have to carry it all the entire time. So try and keep your pack as light as possible, only the essentials, and be okay with losing anything that you bring. Alright, I gotta get back to work. I hope that answered your question. If you have any other questions for me, please do something to contact me and ask them. 'Cause people think I know things about stuff, and, hey, I don't mind answering questions. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. I'm just gonna slowly bring the camera in towards my face now. That seems to be a thing I'm doing lately. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Did I turn it off? No, I didn't.